Hey guys, my name is anxietyriddenlizzy and welcome back to my channel. And today, this video marks the official comeback to my channel. But from now on, you're probably going to be seeing a video maybe once a week. I'm actually planning it. I actually made like a whole schedule this time to actually try to keep up with it and just give myself something that I need to actually do. Kind of like to give myself a goal of something that I need to do by the end of the week. Today's video is going to be about university. It's August. A lot of y'all are probably going back to school or are about to start college. You're probably still thinking about a lot of things that you have questions about. You may look up on Pinterest, you may look up on Google. You have a lot of questions. And a lot of the times, some of the answers aren't exactly helpful. So I wanted to give 5 tips. So let's get started. So tip number 1 is do not buy your books at the bookstore on campus. Usually campuses will have their own bookstore within the campus. So like us at UNT, we had Barnes & Noble. When you do go to Barnes & Noble or any on-campus bookstore, your books are gonna end up being a little more expensive. It can either cost you up to like $500 just to buy your books for one semester. How new your professors want your books, what other things come with the book that your professor wants you to have in class or for homework. So sometimes it can come up, you can rank up a pretty good bill on those. Here are a few ways that you can kind of go around that so that you're not spending a lot of money on just books. You can look for other bookstores near campus that offer them for cheaper. Now these bookstores, they would be like $100 to $200 cheaper than going just to your campus bookstore. Or look online. So when you're looking online, as soon as you get your list of books that you need, start looking for them online. There's stuff like Chegg, there's Amazon, thrift books, they have them sometimes. So you need to look for other ways just to save money. And a third option, in case you don't want to actually buy the book, go to the library. So usually libraries will have a copy of every single book that is used in those classes. So you can probably find them and you can rent them out. You can rent it out for a week so that you can do your work and then turn it back in. And then once you need it again for a new assignment, just rent it out again. Tip number 2, if you can, if your school offers it, do not live in the dorms. So I know some schools force you to live in the dorms during your freshman year. The dorms usually double the price of school. Let's be honest, a lot of the dorms aren't that luxurious. The fancier ones, the newer ones, they're a lot more expensive. As soon as you find out that you can move out of the dorms, if you can finally move out, find an apartment. But if you are going to get an apartment, don't live in student living. Student living apartments will usually end up being really, really expensive. Search for things that you would probably search for if you were just looking for an apartment for a regular city. Or if you do want to do student living, because usually student living is really close to campus, get roommates. They're charging it by each one of you has to pay a certain price. Tip number 3, go to as many of the free events that the school may offer. I was more focused on I'm just gonna stay in my room type of thing. But when you go to the free events, you get a lot of memories. I actually started going to some free events. So we at UNT, they give you any sport ticket for free. Sign up to their notifications, sign up to anything that you can that'll get you into free events. Because trust me, in the long run, it'll be nice to remember that. That gives you like the full college experience outside of the partying and the studying. Tip number 4, don't get any classes before 9 a.m. Schools will usually offer an 8 a.m. course. Some of us may think like, oh, it's perfect. I can wake up early, I'll go to class and I'll have the whole day to myself. Don't do it. It's a mess. You're not gonna like it. You're gonna hate it, and at some point you might fail the class. Either 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. as your earliest. That way in the mornings, if you're not a morning person, you can actually have time to wake up. Or if you are a morning person, you have time to do other things rather than just rushing to class and then having everything fall in line. Second thing with classes, don't schedule any classes back to back. When you schedule your classes back to back, it gets a little hard, especially if you're at a big campus. So make sure that you're able to move your classes around to where you actually like your schedule. If you plan it right, you might have a couple of days off during the week. I know I had my last semester, I didn't have classes on Fridays. Trust me when I say no back-to-back classes, nothing before 9 a.m. Last tip is you should actually read your books for class. Now, I know most of us don't like reading. We try to find the quickest way out of it. We'll wing it. We'll do whatever we can without having to touch any of the fucking books. Let me just say, if you're already paying for the books, read the book. The books will usually have extra details that they're not telling you in class. You might get a test that has a question specifically from the book, and if you did not touch that book at all, you're screwed. A bonus, take notes from the books. So a lot of us don't like to take notes at all, but if you're reading a book, just write little things to remind you of what it was. Also, if you don't like to read books, go on Spark Notes. Spark Notes will save your life. It's basically summaries of everything. So those are all the tips that I have for y'all. Hopefully this helps you, and I'm so glad that it's back to school season. I usually love back to school season just because that's when I can buy more journals. Hopefully y'all have an amazing school year. For those going to college, hopefully y'all have an amazing semester. Don't worry, y'all got this. For the freshmen coming in, live it up, enjoy it. Don't get so put down by the fact that you're in harder classes now. Just be so freaking happy that you're in college. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this, go ahead and like and comment below any tips that you might have learned at university. If you want to see more content, go ahead and press that red button to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications, because now I'm finally going to be posting regularly. My social media is all down in the description below. My Snapchat, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. I also have an extra Tumblr and Instagram dedicated to my poetry. You might see a little bit of that. And if you want to follow it, that will also be down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.